Welcome back to Two Wants to Know. Cone Health's Infection Prevention Medical Director, Dr. Cynthia Snider, is with us for all of your questions. And so here we go. If you get your first vaccination at a Walgreens, do you have to go back to the same Walgreens for the second?
So that's a great question. The key thing is you should stick to the same vaccine type and hit it at the date that it's due, but it doesn't necessarily have to be at the same place.
All right, this person is asking, I've been fully vaccinated. Is there an annual booster shot that is going to be required?
So that's to be determined. It's really dependent on how much variants are going to be in the community and if it's worth getting the same booster vaccine come this winter versus if they're going to reformulate it, such as what we do with the flu vaccine. So it's a little too soon to know, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do get a booster.
All right, so this is kind of a follow-up to that. They're asking, are COVID variants more contagious, and if so, why?
So the reason why we believe that the variants can be more contagious, we look at the population that it's affected. So for instance, in Brazil, they are right now enduring a huge onslaught of cases, and they previously had areas which were affected with the standard circulating virus. So based on the information of where these variants lie in their communities, helps us realize if it's more contagious, if there's viral sheddings the same period, and if there's a higher viral load. We suspect that they are more contagious from the information that we have now.
Okay, so this person is asking, is it safe to go to the beach and stay in a hotel if I'm fully vaccinated?
So being fully vaccinated does give you a bit of liberty. You know, you feel a little bit more protected, but the key thing, being in a hotel is fine. It's what you do, like going out to dinner, and if going out like throughout the hotel, if you're meeting somebody or going up to the front desk, making sure to still wear your mask.
It is those other things that you do, not just being on the beach itself. Okay, where you might put yourself in really close proximity to people. All right, this person is saying, if I've had COVID and my daughter has had her 2 shots, must we wear masks at home when she comes to visit?
So that's part of the new CDC not regulations, but recommendations, is that when 2 people are immune in the household, it is okay not to wear masks. So in that scenario, the mother has natural immunity from having COVID, and then her daughter is fully immunized, so they can be together without a mask. But the key thing is, even if you've had COVID, it's still important to get vaccinated to get that extra boost.
This person is asking, what exactly is herd immunity? I'm confused.
So herd immunity refers to what percentage of the population needs to have immunity against a certain disease in order to protect kind of everybody. And it depends. Certain diseases require a very high percentage, and there are some that don't need as much immunity in that community. For SARS-CoV-2, for COVID-19, we suspect it's a minimum of 70%. And possibly higher, depending on variants with the changes in the virus strain. What is good right now is that we know 75% of our population that's older than 65 is partially vaccinated. So it's so important for everybody to get vaccinated. So right now it's available for those who are 16 and up.
We have a question with that just recently, so let me see if I can find that back here, because someone's asking, how long will it take the FDA to possibly make a decision on the Pfizer vaccine being okay for 12 to 15-year-olds?
So I believe the data has been submitted, and hopefully we'll find out over the next couple months, hopefully sooner. It would be great that threshold gets decreased so that kids can be vaccinated in time for school in the fall.
And this person is asking, if you're fully vaccinated, can you be a carrier of COVID and give it to others?
So we know that the current vaccines are very effective. When you look at the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccine, it is greater than 95% effectiveness. And then also with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, it is very effective for both as well, but not as high. And we know that the shedding or being asymptomatic and not having symptoms is decreased tremendously if you have been vaccinated. We just don't know what percentage of people can give it to others, even if you're immune. So we know it's decreased tremendously, but we just don't have a number of like how much so it's decreased.
Okay. All right, we're going to continue to take your text questions. We've got one more segment left. Remember, you can text us your questions, the number right there at the bottom of the screen, 336-379-5775. We'll be right back.